Ladies and gentlemen, pay attention please. Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this beautiful island, Bali, especially Karangasem Regency. I'd like to inform you that our local time now is 1:30 p.m. Before we continue our tour, let me introduce myself because there is an Indonesian proverb said that tak kenal maka tak sayang. It means if you want to love me, you have to know me first. Alright, I'm Amanda Sadayu, but you can call me Amanda on behalf of PNB Tour and Travel. And I'd like to welcome you to this beautiful Regency, Karangasem. Before we continue our tour, I'd like to give some general information about Karangasem Regency. So, Karangasem Regency is located on the eastern of Bali. Its capital is in the city of Amlapura. In this regency, there is the biggest temple in Bali. It is Besakeh Temple, and also the highest mount in Bali, that is Mount Agung. This regency has its sub-district. They are Rendang, Sidemen, Manggis, Karangasem District, Abang, Bebandem, Selat, and Kuku. Guess it, which one sub-district are we going to visit? Yes, that is Karangasem District. Maybe around 3 minutes we are going to arrive at a beautiful water palace. It is Taman Ujung Karangasem. But before we get in off the bus, don't forget to watch your belongings. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Taman Ujung Karangasem. But before we look around, I'd like to explain you first the history of Taman Ujung. So, Taman Ujung Karangasem, or Ujung Water Palace, was founded by the King of Karangasem named I Gusti Bagus Jelantik, who holds Anak Agung Ang Lurah Ketut Karangasem. Taman Ujung was built in 1909 and was completed in 1921. This palace as the resting place of the King Karangasem and the banqueting place of the royal special guests. Actually, this palace is a development of Dirahpul, which has been built in 1901. So, there are three architects involved in making Taman Ujung. They are Van den Hans from Dutch and a Chinese architect named Lotto Ang and also a Balinese architect called Undagi. Alright, Taman Ujung Karangasem inaugurated in 1937 with a marble stele inscribed with the text in Latin and Balinese script and also two languages, Malay and Balinese. However, in 1963, there was an eruption of Mount Agung, and in 1976, a large earthquake occurred in Bali. This accident caused Taman Ujung to be severely damaged. And from 2001 until 2003, the Karangasem government attempted to reconstruct the Taman Ujung according to its original, and the funds of the reconstruction are obtained from the World Bank. Anyway, the area of Taman Ujung when it was established was 400 hectares. Currently, the area is only 10 hectares because most of the land has been distributed to the community during the land reform era. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now we will start to entering the place. Actually, this place has another name known as Sukasada Garden. When we entering the place, you will see a palace that gives the nuances of three cultures from three different countries. Because this building has a Dutch architectural style, and the carving out that adorn this building represents Balinese culture, and also the Chinese architecture can be seen at the gate, gazebo, and the 8 square pool. Alright, in Taman Ujung, there are 3 large pools, 2 pools in the north and 1 pool in the south. In the middle of the South Pole, there is a building called Balai Bengong. This building is a combination of Balinese architecture and Chinese architecture, and this building is used as a place to relax. Anyway, the pool in the north is bigger than the pool in the south. In the middle of the North Pole, connected by a beautiful bridge, there is a building named Balai Gili. This building was used as a resting place of King Karangasem. The local people call it Hanging Palace because this building looks hanging. So, this building is a combination of Balinese architecture and European architecture. There is colored glass as a characteristic of European architecture. And another uniqueness is in the resting room of the king. There you can see the lotus pool behind the window. So, if you want to go around enjoying the place, you can enjoy it with the facilities here by booths. Anyway, Taman Ujung Karangasem is a favorite spot for pre-wedding photos besides Tanah Lot, Uluwatu, and Ubud, and others. If you don't mind climbing the stairs about 100 steps, on the top you will see a pillar building without a roof. This building named Balai Kapal. In the past, the building was used as a viewing post for the king to see surround the gardens and the ocean. So there, you will see the special features offered by Taman Ujung. Because on the southeast, you will see the blue ocean and Ujung Beach, and the eastern part, by looking down, the beauty and the uniqueness of Taman Ujung can be seen there. And also in the upper east, you will see a green hill called Bis Hill. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's the end of the tour, and now we're heading to the hotel that you're staying at. Today, we have visited Taman Ujung Karangasem. I hope that all of you really enjoy the place, and I'm glad to be your tour guide today. Finally, I, as a representative of PNB Tour and Travel, would like to say thank you very much for your cooperation, and I'd like to apologize if I have any mistakes. Alright, before we get in off the bus, make sure that your belongings is not left behind. Well, we'll meet again. Thank you and see you soon.